Welcome to the 2025 season of the Realtor Rant. We're back and we're ready to bring you full disclosure on the real truth behind the scenes of real estate. From market insight and the latest industry news to unfiltered interviews with top real estate leaders, nothing is off the table. And let's not forget the wide range of balancing work, mom life, and everything in between. We're here to keep it real, keep it fun, and of course, keep you on your toes. This season is packed with truth, laughs, and surprises you won't see coming. Buckle up because the Realtor Rant is not going to hold back in 2025. Let's do it, Holly.
Let's go.
What a year 2024 was, huh?
2024 kind of sucked.
Yeah, I was glad to kick the door closed on 2024.
Yeah. So let's see. Where do we want to start with? We've got some really exciting guests coming up.
Yes, that are already lined up. I'm so stoked.
We've got we've got the guests. I'd like to touch on like what the market's doing right now. I'm pumped about our trip, our epic shareholders. So we've got several things to touch on. Anything else that you kind of wanted to highlight today?
No, really, I just wanted to jump in, say happy 2025 to you and all the listeners. Market is crazy here in Florida right now. We are seeing an influx of homes hit the market. Things are not selling as fast as they used to. Obviously, we have an influx of damaged homes, waterfront properties that are being sold, torn down. My prediction is they're going to build beautiful luxury homes. And we're seeing a lot of people exit Florida because of the affordability. That's pretty much what we're seeing going into 2025. I don't predict that the interest rates are going to go down a huge amount. And it's a give and take with that because once they do, there's so many buyers on the sidelines. That's just going to drive prices up again. So right now we're really stable. We haven't seen an increase in prices over the last year much, maybe 1-2%. And that's what's going on in Florida. How about you in Georgia?
Yeah, so been a rough winter. So we went from, let's say, over the course of a few months in the winter, 30-day average daily rate, average daily
days on market.
Days on market. Getting my short-term rental acronyms mixed up. So 30 DOM, 30 days on market to, let's say, 50 days on market. And now we're at 70 days on market.
Whoa.
Yeah. But the good news is last winter, come February, same trend happened, but February it peaked way back up. So activity wise. So I'm hopeful that February will turn a corner and maybe the weather will change and it'll be just like a normal winter where it felt really shitty at the time. And then February started to feel normal again.
Well, and you guys have more seasonality than we do have in Florida. People kind of hunker down, hibernate.
True. And it has been a wet, cold. It's been a kind of a yucky winter.
Yeah. So, we've had an unprecedentedly cold winter for us. But it's supposed to hit 80 today. So super excited about that.
Yeah. Tomorrow, it's overcast today, but tomorrow's supposed to be sunny. So I'm getting back out to do another open house. We just reduced price on one of my listings again. So I'm doing another open house and hopeful that the sunny weather will bring through some traffic. Also, I did want to tell you that all those insurance issues you guys have been having in Florida.
Yeah.
I just heard from one of our local commissioners, county commissioners, who also is a top leader in the insurance field in Georgia. I just had coffee with him. We're experiencing insurance troubles here big time. Us realtors in Georgia are probably going to start to experience what you guys have been dealing with.
Really?
Yes. This is all.
What are they becoming more stringent on in Georgia? I mean, they're stringent on everything here, basically.
He told me, and this is all like just brand new, I think. So he told me that we just had 2 big carriers pull out. Oh, no. Don't ask me who, but he told me 2 big carriers just pulled out of Georgia. He said that you can expect to see more and more insurance carriers start to deny or give pushback for roofs that are even over 5 years old.
Over 5 years?
That's what he said. He said his recommendation to me as a realtor when I take listings for when the roof is over 5 years old is to recommend that the seller go ahead and get a roof inspection done
and have it certified.
Yeah. So we
Five
start to be
years.
experiencing that.
Is he saying 5 years left of life or 5 years old?
I'm pretty sure he said five, anything over 5 years, but I'll double check. But we
We
haven't
should get a
really.
roofer on.
We should. Actually, that's a really good idea. I actually know a really cool roofer here. He's actually really fun. I think he.
I wonder if there would be much of a difference from a Florida roofer to a Georgia roofer.
I doubt it.
Yeah, they're probably
Oh, we do have a lot more foliage that falls on roofs, so there's probably just different challenges though.
right. Yeah, let's add that to the.
Yeah, good idea. What
Yeah.
else do I want to tell you? The insurance thing. Oh, the good news on that too. His name's Chris. He's a really cool guy. The insurance guy I'm telling you about.
We
He
should get him on too.
I know. Yeah, he would. He totally would. He has just launched a an initiative. I forget the name of it, but it's basically an initiative with Governor Kemp, and Chris is actually the leader of it. And it's basically like a panel of insurance experts in Georgia with Governor Kemp to try to fight the fraudulent issues that are happening in the insurance industry here, to try to fix what's going on with the insurance. And also it's about tort reform. I think it's something about like trying to reform the ability to sue so much in the insurance industry. So there's some things happening to try to get it under control.
You know, they say a lot of the one of the reasons our insurance in Florida has gone up so much and carriers are pulling out, besides hurricanes, obviously, is all the insurance fraud with roofs, big time.
It sounds
Or,
like
roofers taking advantage of elderly people saying that their roofs need to be replaced. You can do it on an insurance
Oh
claim,
yeah.
blah, blah, blah. And then these old timers, they don't know any better. And then all these roofing claims added to the problem.
Yeah, he mentioned that too. So yeah, so us we haven't really been affected by it. I mean, insurance hasn't been a big issue for me yet as a realtor, except for I do recommend during due diligence. Not only recommend, I urge them to go ahead and get the insurance quote. Make sure they get approved for insurance, because I have been shot in the foot at the very last minute because of an insurance issue that could have been avoided had we done that during due diligence. And you don't
Oh,
always get
yeah.
your earnest money back if it's an insurance related thing.
No.
But now it sounds like, based on what he said, that us Georgia realtors are going to start to deal with a lot of what y'all have already been dealing with.
I wonder if that's because the hurricanes, are now starting to come through Georgia a bit more.
I don't know. I don't know if they're coming through any more or less than they always have. I'm not really sure.
Yeah. Interesting.
So I also wanted to talk about the guests that we've got. Can we go ahead and mention who we've got?
Yeah. So Lee Brown, super excited to interview her. She's amazing. Pillar in the real estate industry, homeowner advocate.
She has so much going on. She's got a nonprofit. She's got the coaching.
She owns her brokerage.
She has so much going on. I'm very curious to pick her brain on like how she keeps her head on straight too.
She was at the Republican National Convention.
Was she really?
Yeah. I saw her on TV at the convention.
No kidding. I love how vocal
I
she
text
is.
her on Instagram. I was like, I see you.
Wow. I
Yeah.
love how transparent and authentic she is about who she is. I think it's like, I don't know about you, but I sometimes, not that I'm afraid, but I feel like as realtors, there is an element of, I don't know, I feel like we don't have full free speech. I feel like we're a little, I don't know, like we have a little bit of handcuffs, polite handcuffs on our.
And she really has found a way to stay authentic to herself and have tact and poise in delivering her message.
For sure.
And I think she can really provide value to the listeners on tips on how to be authentically you with staying in the guidelines of our rules,
Yeah.
code of ethics, and making sure that everybody is felt loved and appreciated.
Yeah, I mean, she's a big deal, but I feel like she's also really humble and real. I mean, she responded to me really quickly when I reached out to her on Instagram, and she was like stoked to come on the podcast. Like, she's really cool. I'm excited.
Yeah.
And then we also have Tyler Cobble, who is a really big deal in the commercial sector. I mean, he was one of the keynote speakers at Brandon
Turner.
Thank you. Brandon Turner left Bigger Pockets and started kind of his own thing. And he has a big event every year there. And Tyler was one of the speakers there. I think Tyler does some stuff with Bigger Pockets too, if I'm not mistaken. But he's just all over the place.
Has
And
a huge YouTube channel, over
yeah,
60,000 followers.
really cool. They put out some really cool content, very educational when it comes to the commercial space. So, and the projects that he does are really unique and funky and cool. So, I'm super excited to have him as well to bring a commercial element to the conversation and to see. I'm really curious, like, what his thoughts are on the future of residential versus commercial. And, like, I think there are a lot of realtors out there who wonder if they should try to pivot to commercial and what that looks like. And, are they a fit for it? Yada, yada. So maybe he could kind of touch on that too.
And shed some light on that for us. I'm really, around here, we see so many shopping centers that are just empty. It would be curious to hear if he has any thoughts or ideas on how you could revitalize some of these shopping centers so that they're not just sitting empty and vacant and stale and becoming dilapidated. I wonder if he has any insight on some things like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And then we also have, I'm going to see you in a couple weeks in Dallas.
Yeah, we might like pop on and just do like a quick little live while we're in Dallas at shareholders on the YouTube channel. That might be fun.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But actually, we need more followers to do a live on YouTube. So
Do
you guys
we?
need to like and follow. Yeah, because I noticed that. So we need more followers. So everyone, we need more followers on YouTube.
Like, follow, share, please.
Click somewhere on the screen. But we could do it Instagram live.
Yes, that's true.
At least.
Yes, that's true. And then speaking of Epic, we have Josh Miller, the CEO of Epic Realty, coming to talk to us, which is going to be super exciting. He was just at Inman conference.
And he's super funny. He has a great personality. I'm excited about him talking.
And he is a master negotiator and has such a tact and really knows how to keep a poker face. Yes, I study how he kind of moves and speaks and does things. And it's very admirable. And I'm always like, how can I pick up things? Maybe even a little stoic.
He's cool as a cucumber.
Yeah, he really is.
I also wanted to mention to you, okay, so for everyone who's listening, there's a title company that Alana introduced me to called Propy, Propy. And they're super tech forward, very modern. I think they were the first ones out there to do a real estate transaction using crypto.
Yes, I was actually at that auction party in St. Pete. It was a property in St. Pete that they sold through an NTF.
Okay, so we in Georgia we close with attorneys. We're not a title closing state, but we still use title companies like the attorneys use a title company to pull title, to do the title research. So I guess Propy is coming into Georgia. Anyway, fast forward. I had a training with Javante, who you connected me with, on the geo farming.
Yes, we should have Javante on too.
Totally. Have you done that training? Do you know how to use the geo farming on there?
I do. Yes, I've done it a couple times, and then he came on and spoke to our group.
But you know how to do the geo farming. What do you think of the geo farming on there?
I think it's great if you use it. I mean, I have intentions of using it. I just haven't used it to the full capacity, which is something that I want to add.
What have you been using for geo farming? Have you been geo farming?
I geo farm. Well, I use Andra with USA Mortgage, and we do EDDMs, postcards that go out, and we kind of geographically farm that way. And then calls, mailers, door hangers, community events, things like that. That's kind of how I geo farm my neighborhood.
Okay, so I don't know. I've never really gone deep into a lot of geo farming options, so I don't know if this is
the CMA a day box is another way to geo farm.
But that platform to me is really cool. What they have for Propy, which is free for the realtors. If you guys connect with Propy, I think he'll give you a login. It uses this AI. It uses what's so cool about it. You can filter out to just get the homes in an area, in a radius, whatever, that AI technology like rates that it's like most likely to sell. There's like a bunch of cool filters. I've seen that type of filtering on PropStream, which is kind of expensive to use. That's more for, I mean, a lot of investors use PropStream. And I know that there are that has some filters like that. And you can pay, it's super cheap. It's like 6 cents a contact when you scrape it for the contact info is the word.
Skip trace.
Skip trace. Okay. So they have that too. Okay. I thought it was really cool. It's really
It's
simple.
super cool, robust. I really love how you can narrow down so specific. I mean, by price, by age of home, if they're empty nesters.
Oh, if they're, yeah, that's right.
So you can really dive deep into, because say you're farming a home that has 500 homes, I mean, it gets expensive to send EDDMs and all those things, which when you do partner with USA Mortgage, we've got another great affiliate that we can hook people up with that, it's very, very inexpensive to print and use their marketing. But anyways, if you don't have, partnerships like that, it can get really, really expensive. So it's nice to be able to niche down, or if you want to do a CMA box a day, to really niche down on those specific people that, are showing more signs of movement. And they use an algorithm to kind of sift what they're searching, what they use. It's a whole data-driven platform. It's weird. It's almost like Big Brother, but everyone has one. So then they can kind of gear you to which properties have a more likelihood of selling than others, not just based on, all the other filters that you can filter down through. So yeah, we have some really exciting things going on this year.
Yeah, I really want to try your CMA a day using that Proppy geofarming, pulling the ones that are most likely to sell. And most of that's like the ones that have the most equity. Like when you look at the list, like, oh, well, they have a ton of equity and they've lived there X number of years. So
I wanted to do that for February, but now February's come and gone. And now that I have to squeeze in my post broker licensing course.
Gosh, maybe you should shoot for March.
I'm going to shoot for March. Yeah, let's put that together for a challenge for the team in March.
Okay, that's fun. I may go ahead and try to start it in February. We'll see.
February I think is like Sunday or Monday.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
No, it's the 31st, so it's actually tomorrow.
I can't do that. I'm injured. Oh, I'm actually I got a boo-boo here.
Maybe you should shoot for March as well.
So that's all I had.
Yeah, same. Just want to come on, say hi, and get us prepped for Lee.
Yes. Okay, awesome.
We're off to the races.
We're excited about 2025. We're going to try to be more consistent with this podcast and really getting, we're working on filling up our calendar and with our guests. And so I think this is going to be a great year for our podcast and the YouTube channel. We're going to do our best to level up with you guys and step up our game.
Bring you cool, engaging content.
Amen.
All right, my friend.
All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody.
Bye.